Welcome to Kambani Zambia TV, your home for fearless investigative journalism, bold analysis, and untold stories from Africa and around the world. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, tap the like, and share this video to spread the truth far and wide. We dig deeper, ask the hard questions, and uncover what others won't. This is more than news. It's journalism that holds power to account. Let's get started. Disclaimer. The content in this video is based on publicly available reports, statements, and allegations. These claims remain unverified, and we do not endorse or confirm their accuracy. This video is intended for informational and discussion purposes only. In Zambia today, the battle over two helicopters, seized from former Minister of Foreign Affairs Joseph Malanji, has become one of the most explosive political and legal stories of the year. This is not just about aircraft. It is about power, corruption, asset recovery, and the question, who truly owns what was once taken from the people? Today, we uncover the full story, including President Hichilema's shocking Anti-Corruption Day speech, where he explains exactly how the money moved, why the helicopters matter, and why Zambia must never praise corruption again. It began with a landmark ruling. Joseph Malanji was convicted on multiple counts of possessing properties suspected to be proceeds of crime. 2 helicopters, 3 luxury homes, over $215,000 in cash. Within days, the state moved for forfeiture, but the political storm had only just begun. Then came Anti-Corruption Day, and President Hichilema delivered a fiery, uncompromising message that shook the country. With cameras rolling, he revealed a dramatic sequence of events behind the seized assets. You cannot be occupying a public office like we do. You draw money from the Minister of Finance, you take it to Turkey, purporting that you are buying an embassy property. You don't buy the embassy. He continued, you're Minister of Foreign Affairs. You take a presidential jet. I don't know who gave it to you anyway. Under my jurisdiction, ministers never have the presidential jet to take errands like that. Never. Then came the financial trail. You withdraw cash there using a diplomatic bag. You bring it here. You deposit in the bank. For days you're depositing. And his warning to banks. Even the banks, you better do your job. Fighting corruption is a partnership. You can smell a pattern which is unusual. HH then explained how the assets were allegedly converted. Then you transfer the money. You buy 2 helicopters. And then you say, I'm a businessman. It doesn't work like that. He reminded the nation of the culture that once glorified corruption. Zambians were celebrating. The nickname was Bonanza. Instead of demonizing that behavior, people were praising it, even at the kitchen party. Icon man. Then the kicker. The helicopters were hidden, one in South Africa, one in Zimbabwe. Why hide what is yours? And now they are here. We brought them, and they'll be available. The president has already donated them to Zambia Air Force. With that, the stage was set. Politics, justice, and national security converged in one explosive announcement. But this is where the story twists. From prison, Malanji filed an urgent application to stop the forfeiture, arguing HH's public announcement could prejudice his appeal. The helicopters are still under parallel legal proceedings in South Africa. Some properties may have third-party interests. If forfeited now, a successful appeal becomes meaningless. Suddenly, the court became the battlefield. The question: does the state have the right to hand over the helicopters before the appeal is decided? The government insists the assets were illegally acquired and must serve the public. According to HH, imagine if we are not combining prosecution and asset recovery. Those helicopters would still be hidden. And after a few years, the man brings them back, flying around, and Zambians start praising him again. Bonanza. For the New Dawn administration, the message is simple. Recovered assets belong to the people, not to individuals. Not to political players, not to businessmen. Funded through illegal channels. If the forfeiture stands, ZAF will use the aircraft for emergency relief. Maize delivery during hunger periods, disaster response missions, mapping remote rural regions, rapid humanitarian deployment. Aircraft once tied to secrecy would become tools for national service, a powerful symbolic reversal. This saga reveals more than helicopters and money trails. It exposes the power struggle between former and current state actors, how corruption networks move funds across borders, how diplomatic privileges can be abused, how political culture normalizes wrongdoing, and how asset recovery changes the game. HH put it bluntly, these are the habits we must say no to as a people. This is not just about Malanji. It's about breaking a cycle the president says once turned thieves into heroes. All eyes now turn to the courts. Will the forfeiture stand? Will the appeal succeed? Will ZAF take full operational control? Or will the aircraft remain in limbo? The decision will shape Zambia's corruption fight for years. The helicopters have landed, literally and politically, but the final verdict is still ahead. Should the state hand them to ZAF immediately, or should the courts wait for the appeal? Tell us in the comments. If you want more deep dive episodes on Zambia's biggest political battles, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for Kambani Zambia TV. This is the truth behind the headlines. This is the investigation. This is Zambia.